Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Flip Podcast with me and Matt Shirley. And today we have Jahid from the UK across the pond on with us today.
Across the pond.
If you guys don't aren't familiar with the Smart Flip Podcast, this is a podcast where we help phone flippers, buyback business owners, and operators start, grow, and scale their businesses using the systems and automations that we have inside of our Recelerator system to help people. If you guys don't know, I do have a book. You can get it on Amazon. And yeah, we also have events now. It's a whole thing. We got FlipCon coming up next year. Yeah, check out all the details below for more information on that stuff. But we're gonna dive right into the episode here. Um, with Jahid here. Jahid, how you doing, man? How's the UK? Is it hot?
Oh, it's hot, man. Whew. It's hot. We're not ready for this type of heat because all the houses and stuff in the UK are built to retain heat rather than let
That's
it
fair.
out.
That sucks.
Yeah. But on the great side, I'm making money, so
There
we
you
can always
go.
adjust it.
That's the only thing that matters. Yeah, man, it's been
Yeah.
a minute. So, because you joined Recelerator, if I remember correctly, you had to back off for like 2 or 3 months. Came back with a vengeance. And this time now you're full time. Is that right?
Yeah, because I think I joined you back in July. I was
Yeah.
still in my 9 to 5 at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember when you ran those Facebook ads, I was getting hammered with leads. I was like, 9 to 5 or leads? 9 to 5. So I tried to do it for a week or two. I was like, I can't make this work. So then I just thought, I told you, give me like 2, 3 months. So let me, like, actually think about what I really want to do. So then at the time when I told you I'll take a break, I ended up just relying on Google My Business leads and Facebook Marketplace reach outs. So I was doing that alongside my 9 to 5,
Yeah.
clearing about
Wow.
maybe 2.5, 3K extra alongside my 9 to 5. What changed was I went Dubai in September. I was there for 10 days. I came back. I couldn't even enjoy, sorry, before I came back, I couldn't even enjoy the holiday because there was just so much wealth there.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, what do you want to do with life?
Mm.
So I was 3 days in. I was like, I'm quitting my 9 to 5, man. I've had enough. I've
That's
had enough. Fuck this shit. There's people out here making like serious money, and I'm here just
Mhm.
contemplating what do I want to do. So I came back. No, sorry, I went to Dubai in October. So yeah, I came back. I handed my notice in literally the day I landed in the country. Best thing to say, my manager wasn't too pleased, but I mean, we gotta put ourselves first. So yeah, so I ended up leaving, did a month there, and then I think I joined up with you in December.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds about right. Hmm.
so I started in December. Literally, I thought, you know what, fuck this shit. I need to make as much money as possible. So yeah, so I hit the ground running in December. December was more of like getting myself used to it because obviously it's been a while since I've done it the first
Hmm.
time. So I did that for a month, and then January came. January was my best month, honestly. Like I think I cleared about 9,000
Wow.
in profit.
Right.
So I was in a very good momentum. So I was just going forward, and then obviously Ramadan came for God for you guys that don't know, is us Muslims we do a fasting period for a whole month. So I thought I'd take it a bit easy during February. What happened was I just kind of coasted through it. So I've just kind of relied on repeat customers, not really pushing out the ads and stuff. So I turned the ads back down. Biggest mistake of my life because I lost momentum. Literally lost all
Mm.
the momentum that I had because I thought I would have hit the 10K within the first 2 months of joining Recelerator, but
Mm.
bygones be bygones. So then I ended up just coasting through March, April, May. I was just clearing about 3K just based on repeats.
Can we
And
talk about that part real quick? Is like number one, the lead volume that you were getting. Like it was basically unsustainable. Like so many leads. To the point where it's like defeating, right?
yeah,
Like where you're just like, I can't. Number one, you either run out of money or you literally just don't have enough time to answer all the leads.
yeah,
Right? Then you lose the leads because of one or the other, right?
yeah. Because funny enough, you said how the money part, I had a problem with the money as well. So it's
Yeah.
like the business works. It's just I don't have enough capacity to do it, which is I didn't feel upset about it because I know that if I can fix those things which are easily fixable,
Hmm.
then the demand, because most people struggle with business in terms of demand, like are leads
Yep.
coming in, will we
Hmm.
get business coming in? For me, it was never that issue. It was either money or just the capacity of handling leads, which I was never ever upset about because I knew that if I tighten the systems and processes together, then I could easily
Yep.
handle the leads coming
Yeah,
in.
Yeah.
we had one guy join last week, and he's like, "Bro, I already ran out of money buying stuff," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you." Like, like my bad for creating a system that actually works.
But the thing is, that's why you emphasize a lot on cash velocity. As soon as you get it
Yeah.
in, list it and sell it.
True.
Rotate that
Yes.
cash. That's the only way you do it. Because, for example, in June, I did about £50,000 revenue based
Mm.
on 10K capital. So you can imagine how many times I had to flip that over, rotate
Mm.
that
That's
over.
a question I had in the comments of the last podcast we did. Let's talk about that real quick because I do want to answer that. Some people were saying that I wasn't being like transparent about it. You just said you had about 10K rolling capital and you were able to do 50,000 in revenue. Roughly, that's about how much you need to do that much in revenue, right? But the thing, like, I answered the guy and I was like, look, it's not really about how much capital you have. It's about how fast you move it,
Yeah.
right? And you know that well, like because if you're not moving it, then that's another problem, right?
Mm.
So
Mm.
if you could talk a little bit about that and the velocity of cash flow.
I'll tell you what, it's stressful, man. 10K. Where I'm based in London, it's just 8 million population alone. Then you've got the suburbs on the side of London. You've got Essex, Kent, and Hertfordshire, which is another extra 5, 6 million. So that's 40 million people there. Obviously, I'm not going to be catering to
Yeah,
all of them, but even like a small percentage of 0.1%. On my peak, I think I was getting about 30 to 50 calls a day
yeah,
based on
from Google.
£10 ad budget daily.
Oh yeah.
That's absolutely
Well,
mad.
the beautiful thing about like Canada, Australia, the UK is like in terms of like phone flipping, they're still like 3, 4 years behind, bro.
Yeah.
Like in terms of console flipping, there's nobody. Like no, Matt knows. Like there's literally nobody. There's no competition. Um,
No.
and and the fact that you're crushing it on Google is like a beacon for that, right? It's because you're like one of the only ones that's not either a big business because I know you guys got the larger trade-in companies over there, similar to what we have as Eco ATM. And that's another thing I get from a lot of like people from the UK where they're just like, but this company is just paying way more than I can ever pay, and I'm like. Yeah, that's how like we have that here too, man. Like I don't like it's we have the big
They
companies here, you
they
know.
forget to mention that these so-called trading companies, they will offer, for example, I'll give you a scenario right now, actually. So I had this 15 Pro Max, a customer emailed me saying, not emailed, sent me a lead saying, yeah, hey, I got a 15 Pro Max. So then I offered an amount. He then said, oh, that's way too low. These buyback companies are offering me this much online. I go, yeah, look, they're going to offer you this much. But what you need to understand is you have to wrap it up, package it off, send it off to them. And let me assume there's some issues with the device. He goes, yeah, there's a few scratches on there. I go, boom, that's where they're going to hit you. So once they receive that device, they've given you an example, let's say, for example, £400. They've now received it and they're going to lowball you to about 310, 290, whatever. He's like, no, it's not going to happen. I was like, look, my offer's on the table. If anything does change, do reach out to me. 2 weeks went by. Guess what he did?
You reached out,
He reached out. It
yeah.
was like, sorry, man, I should have believed you. I've just wasted 2 weeks and no cash. And they charged me £13 on top to return the device back. I go, look, this is what they've done. This is what you call the textbook style bait and switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that like, but the way you can't say it like that to the customer, right? You can't be like they're gonna bait and switch you. You can't say that. I love the way you did it. It's like, yeah, you got to take it, you got to pack it up, you got to get some packing supplies, you got to ship it
Hmm.
in, you got to wait. They're gonna verify it. They're gonna lowball you once that happens. Like that's how they make their money. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Um, that's in any company that's doing that. They show up to this amount. It's always bait and switch, always. And for those of you listening to the podcast, like you can use that to your advantage.
Oh,
The
yeah.
the U.S. companies do the exact same thing. All
It's
right.
true.
Yeah.
So it's a very bait and switch. That's why with Mercury, we never say we'll pay up to. Like, here's the price. We're gonna look at it and we're gonna
Yeah.
deduct, and we will ship it back to you for free. If if we're, if you want it back, cool, whatever. We don't care.
Hmm.
Um, So yeah, you can use it to your advantage, and it sounds like you do.
Yeah, no, but at the same time, it doesn't work. It doesn't work all the time,
Well, yeah,
but
yeah,
more so than often, it does work because with me, I'm honest and transparent at all, like all the time. The prices
Yeah.
that I'm giving is the price that they're gonna give you after they've reeled you in with a high price. It's just that I'm fair and open and honest with you. And a lot of people, my customers, have told me the reason why we choose you is because first, you're trustworthy. Second, you don't mess us around. Third, you give us quick and easy, efficient service and same day. Who can compete with that? Because what I'm doing, the way you've taught me, Chris, is that my competition is literally mobile phone shops.
Yeah.
And with them, they expect you to come to them a lot of the times. And I've heard live on the call where customers have called up shops and they offer some shit prices. There's no follow-ups. There's none of that stuff. I do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because with me, you get like a personal relationship type of thing. A lot of
yeah.
customers just come to me. They don't even ask. They're like, listen, I've got this. Come take it. How much?
Yep. That's exactly. I mean, when it comes to the shops, I mean, they run a business on the front, right? Like that's really all it is. Like, but the
Hmm.
systems aren't dialed in, the processes aren't dialed in. They and on it, if we're being real, like even if you're a phone shop listening to this right now, most of you guys aren't even taking buybacks seriously, right?
Oh,
Like your whole business is built around repairs. Therefore, buybacks is like this thing off to the side, you know, when in my opinion, like, and I've said this a lot, the best marketing strategy is giving people money. Like, it's not
Hmm.
taking money from people. Like, it's a
Hmm.
lot easier to give somebody money and to get them to come to you. Like that, that's the greatest lead magnet there is. Here, let me give you some money, for your thing.
yeah,
Um,
because a lot of these phone shops, well, in the UK or in London specifically, their whole mantra is to sell to the customers. They're
yeah,
not buying
Yeah.
anything. And whereas with me, I love to buy because I make money on the buy. So just keep coming to me. I want to buy.
yeah,
And because another thing I forgot to mention as well, my Google My Business page, GMB page, is slowly becoming a moat now. I think I'm close to 200 reviews on there, and I get so many free leads just coming in through there.
Hmm.
And
yeah,
when customers they check it, they go, "Look, man, you've got so many goddamn good reviews, man. Customers must love you." I go, "Listen, I try not to blow my own trumpet, but hey, man, you know what it is," type of thing. And they say, "Look, I go on your website. I see you taking selfies with customers. That there just sold me on the spot." Shout out
yeah.
to Chris for telling me that though. Take it.
I mean, it works, man. Like
It works,
it
man.
uh I mean it's the same premise as the Evergreen ad, right?
Yeah.
Putting your face out there, showing that you do good business, having good reviews. You're right, it is a moat, right? Um, like it's gonna how do you bridge expectation and reality, right? Like that's how you do it. Good reviews and then putting yourself in between the two, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Hmm.
has an expectation on what kind of service they expect, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
But not everybody like if you can blow that expectation away, well then you earn the customer forever, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's
100% because I've got to a point where like I've got quite a few bits of repeat customers that if I'd even bother turn the ads back on or even push up the budget, like I could comfortably just sit here and just enjoy my repeat customers. But obviously that is not the end goal. The end goal is to see how much I can squeeze this milk, squeeze this machine for what it really is. Because
Hmm.
being based in a demographic area where there's just such a high vast of population, I just want to really see like what can I actually do in terms of potential with this reselling business.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. No, I think it's awesome, like to see how you've been able to really just use, a lot of the stuff we teach here, in Recelerator, like in the UK, which I knew it was going to do well. One thing I do love is how is your evergreen ad. You catch a little bit more than phones from that thing. Um,
I have to archive those chats, man, because it's like, yeah, I think, I mean, like, Thank you for reaching out to me, but I'd like to buy electronics only, please. I don't want to solicit any other sort of behavior. But it's quite
Listen,
flattering from time to time, I guess.
it
Yeah.
is pretty funny. I'm
Fancy a
not gonna
Vita.
lie, dude. Like people out here trying to take him on dates from his ad.
It's
Hey
too
Uh,
man,
funny. It's too funny.
yeah man. But
it's
but that's the thing. Imagine I actually start pushing Facebook properly now with the ads. Oh, I could imagine a lot more happening.
yeah, 10% of it's, people trying to date you, It's what a problem,
Oh, for sure,
No,
for sure. I just wanted to
that
go back to the
yeah.
review and the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people that get into this business just want to be in the background and just want to be low key about it. Like that stuff would have worked 10, 15 years ago, but now because there's so much competition, you need to ask yourself, how do I separate myself from the competition? How
Yeah.
do I build that like further up? And when people say, "Oh, they don't want to do that," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I hope you don't do that because that leaves more market for me."
Absolutely.
And I've
Exactly.
always been a confident guy growing up, school, around my friends and strangers and stuff. So for me, this was never a big deal. It's like, if I have to do this to make money, then so be it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I get a lot of
Yep.
people that'll reach out about like the evergreen ads or the photos with customers, and they'll be like, well, I don't really want to do that part. And I'm like, well, then, I mean, you don't want exactly what the system offers then. Like, then I cannot guarantee you the same exact results as some of my other clients that actually did what the thing says, you know?
Hmm. Hmm.
So I don't really know what to tell you, Um,
Yeah.
uh, but one thing I do really like about where you're at, you're like your Google ads are firing, but also your GMB is dude, like you said, it's a moat, and it's true. And you're heavy on reviews. I know we like on our calls, on the check-in calls, I was heavy on you getting reviews, because I knew once you get past 100, typically, dude, that's where it really starts like moving, you know.
Hmm.
And you probably noticed that too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's for me, it's like a game now. It's like I want to get to 300 and 500 and just see where I really stand out. Obviously, with the leads that I'm coming in with 200 reviews, I'm just trying to anticipate what it would be like if I had 300 reviews, 500 reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess we'll see, right?
Only time will tell, yeah?
So funny thing here, you can use this by the way whenever you crank up your Facebook ads in the retargeting. Something that I've been recommending, and for the people that are listening, you guys can steal this. I don't care, but you can take a photo of your Google business listing, run it as a static ad on Facebook, and just simply tell people to Google you.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome.
Damn, free gems here, man.
Just that alone, because some people, they don't think it's like a legit thing, and they will go to Google, right? And the best thing you can do is just like instead of them finding somebody else, they might as well just look up you,
Yeah,
right?
because funny you say that. I had one customer 2 days ago. I was in the car with him and I was just checking the device and stuff. And he was like, listen, man, because I saw your Google business page. I was like, yeah, cool, looks good, pictures, everything. Then he proceeded to go to my Facebook page and my Instagram page where I post the POV Metaglass content and the
Yeah.
showing activity on there. He's like, because I saw you active on all the other social media platforms, it was a no-brainer.
Yep. That'll do
So
it.
just if you've got reviews, content, everything, just post it. Because at the end of the day, like I know we're resellers, but I'd like to say we're very heavy front on the marketing. All thanks to obviously Chris pushing us to be just like
Yeah.
marketing,
Well,
marketing.
also expanding into categories like gaming consoles and things like that. Like, you know, everybody's trying to flip iPhones, right? I mean, what's your stance on the gaming console side? I know
Yeah.
you've been hitting that pretty hard too.
Oh yeah, me. So gaming consoles as of recently, the amount of PS5s I've been picking up, man.
What is that? Why is everybody picking up PS5s right now? Somebody
I
else
don't know.
just posted about that.
I was literally picking up 10 to 12 consoles a week.
That's
Crazy.
That's
crazy.
brilliant. That's brilliant, man. That's really good.
And that's not even me running console ads on Facebook or just specifically
Yeah.
looking for consoles and stuff. I just like, what's been with the sudden influx? Because I know GTA 6 is coming in November. Surely you'd want to keep the PS5 rather than sell it.
I don't
You
know.
know?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Like, I noticed somebody else posted that, like, I believe today, in Slack about PS5s. Just like they've been crazy lately.
Yeah, but I mean, customarily, like people they spend going through the summer, they spend going into a new school season, and they spend going into the holidays. And Q3 and Q4, I think customarily are the busiest buy and sell like this second half of the year is the busiest buy and sell season of the year period. Plus, the PS5 is I think it's been around long enough to where people are just disenchanted with it enough to where it doesn't feel as sentimentally as important as it once did. And they're going to start letting it go after they've gotten bored of it. And it's just like everything else. Is that profitable? Is people's boredom profitable? All day long? If it just happens to be to the tune of 10 to 15 consoles for you on the regular, which is tremendous because I mean, Jay, like who else is doing this but you? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I want to show. I'll post it into Slack actually. But in my car, I've got this power bank. Sorry, car inverter that I've got installed in
mhm.
for about £100 on there. When customers see it, they're like, "Wow, man! Well, you can live in the car. You can do all this." I've got a small 7-inch monitor in there. Everything's there, so like, I don't have to go into the customer's house. I can just test everything right there in the car,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's good.
That's the move, bro. Yeah, there's a few guys here stateside as well that have that set up. People see me like I'll pull up and lift up my trunk. I don't have I have all those things, but I kind of eyeball it more so these days, after a lot of years of doing it. But that's a tremendous move, man, because it's all spoken for. Then no questions. Does it work? Yeah, it works. Check it
You
out.
make that back on one flip, I'm just like crazy. And then on top of that, I get to test gaming laptop because gaming laptops take a lot of charge and power
They do.
into the laptop. So when I'm running, like checking the graphics cards are working, the NVIDIA RTX 50s or 40s, it's
Yeah.
just easy. You just sit in the car and just check it, everything.
Yeah, man, I love that. It's a great strategy. That is probably so nuanced for your area, for your specific area. People are like, "What is going on?" It's like,
You know, customers always tell me because, do you not want to check the console? Like, don't worry about that, man. Let me get to you first.
yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah,
So, Jahid, I'm going to talk a little on your numbers here. Um, so if you're okay with that.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I was going to go mostly over category on what you're mostly buying and stuff
Yeah.
like that because I really like that. So let me pull this over here. I'm not going to share the screen, but um, Jahid recently hit, I believe it was, you said what, 8K pounds, right?
Yeah, just a little
Which
over.
which is
Yeah.
over 10K US.
Yeah.
So um,
And that was again just picking and choosing the leads type of thing. It was like so many leads I've just slipped through, which is why I'm getting a VA next month, man. That would have been
right. Heck yeah. Love
well
it.
over.
So, looking at your last 30 days, this is what I'm seeing. Most of your customers are repeat customers by a large margin. About 20% is Google My Business. 11% is Google. Oh, I'm sorry, not. We got so you labeled it GMB and Google My Business. So about 30% of your business is Google My Business. 30% is repeat, and then yeah, dude, you're getting quite a bit of repeat. Actually, half your stuff is repeat. Damn, it's wild, dude. Your CAC is super low. It's like 15 euros. It only costs you like $15 to meet up with somebody. So last 30 days, it's a pretty even split. 30, well, not super even, but 31% iPhones, 17% laptops, 14% game consoles, 8% MacBook, 7% Samsung, and then 12% other. So you are very well categorized, which is really good to see, especially in the UK. Simply because like I feel like everybody over there is iPhone heavy, kind of like in Canada.
Yeah.
Everybody's very iPhone heavy. Same thing with Australia too. Like all of the guys are once again, like I feel like behind the US, where we've really figured out the categorization and how there's more profit. It feels like the other countries are kind of lagging there a little bit.
hmm
Um, whether that's they find my content or somebody else's content, it doesn't matter. But it's just I've noticed like in the UK and all these other places, like it's mostly iPhones that people flip. So, but the fact that you have really categorized yourself it opens up a lot more profit for you, obviously. Um,
Yeah, because you know how you say that I buy a lot of iPhones, it's just that customers are so typically used to just getting rid of the iPhones. And when I tell them like, I buy this, that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I've got this or I've got that. Like you've told me to upsell. I always upsell my customers. I always
yeah,
walk, let's say if it was a £200 profit deal, or sorry, £100 profit or £150 profit deal, I'm walking away with like £400 or £500 after picking up a few more items.
yeah, heck yeah,
So it's
man.
like, And then obviously I've got to a point now with the business. It's like if I see an iPhone, I'm like, if I see a camera, if I see a drone, or if I see a gaming laptop, I'm like, hell yeah, man, we're gonna make some money.
Let's go. Let's go.
Isn't that
Yes.
hilarious? Like the fact that it's now like, iPhone, that's hilarious to me. I love that because that's how I was. It's like I don't really care about the iPhones. I'm just like, okay, I'd rather have, the Valve Index or the drone
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Way more
Only
profit.
like last
Or
month, I made the biggest profit ever on a flip was a camera that I bought, a Sony camera. I made about 1300 USD profit after all taxes and fees. I was like, heck yeah, man. If I can get like one or two of those a month, bro, it's just like,
well, that's the thing. Like, balancing that between like high ticket flips, the stuff that most people aren't competing for or is not competed for. It's like a phone comes along and you're like, I could take it or leave it. And people I don't think even understand that, but it's so powerful to realize that, what, I don't need that necessarily. I don't even need to leverage all the dollars I could get for that one iPhone 17 or whatever it is. I could five times that on this console right here. I could four times this on that camera right there. It's like the reality of what you can't unsee once you get as far into this business as you are. It's like, well, what was that? What was that 9 to 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's magical.
no, 100%, definitely. Like, and with the cameras and stuff, I know it does take a lot longer to sell in comparison to phones and stuff, but it's like, I don't mind. If I've got enough cash lying around there, I'll let it just sit there for an extra week or two and then let it sell. Because,
Oh,
like you said,
totally.
like,
Yeah.
why run around and get 10 iPhones when I can just sit back and just get one camera and make that back 10 times?
One
Yeah.
thing I like here
Like,
is one thing I can see that you could maybe do a little bit better, based on your data here, is that your average days to sell is about 16 days. I don't know if that's due to just other items, um, but like you cut that down, dude, your cash reinvestment rate cycles up even faster. Your reinvestment rate for last month is like 154%. So like that's solid, you know. You're reinvesting a good amount into the business, while still selling things relatively within 2 weeks on average. When I'm gonna be real, most people don't sell things within 2 weeks.
I'll be honest
Even
with you.
Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
I could do that a lot quicker because my problem is that I'll get an item, I'll let it sit there for like 4 or 5 days before I've even got it up and taking pictures and listing on there, which I need to do quick. I need to be much quicker with that. So this month so far, I've been good. Like within a day or two, it has to get listed.
Let's
It's
see.
Like
good.
before I go to bed, it has to be listed. I don't care how tired you are, it needs to be done.
That's good. One thing I did at one point, and some of my students have heard this, is went on Amazon and I purchased a 24-hour like countdown clock, and I started clocking myself because I could literally see that timer counting down, and it was like this. I'm basically using anxiety, right, to like put myself into a position where it's like I've got to take action because I'm watching those hours go down, and I'm not getting more time. I'm losing time.
I
And so
like that.
I like that you've established a principle with yourself where it's like, look, I've got a non-negotiable rule here that is going to quite literally keep me in profit, because I'm going to take action. And again, when you start thinking of money in terms of like the speed game, it all ends up being a speed game in the long run. And the fact that you've already locked into that principle is probably doing you a whole lot of good.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I'm not in a luxury where I've got vast amounts of capital. So it's like, how do I get to that position? Is just by
Yeah,
using whatever I've got and then literally rotate that as quickly as humanly as possible until you get
yeah,
to a point where it's like you've got extra cash lying around there. It's like, hey, I see this nice niche item that I can buy. I know it's gonna take maybe 3 to 4 weeks to sell,
Yeah.
but I'm comfortable with dropping 2, 3K at it and let it sit there until it sells.
yeah,
I mean, the fact that like a lot of people don't know that though. Like
Yeah.
a lot of
hmm
people, they don't they don't they don't sell stuff fast enough for them to be able to reinvest, right? And then
hmm
they get in this cash flow lock, right? Where it's like I can't buy anymore, which means I can't market now. And then they come into this point where they have to just sell everything, and then all momentum's gone, right?
yeah,
So the fact when you can find that like happy medium where cash is flowing, like
yeah,
every single day you're getting deposits, eBay deposits, things like that, stuff like that is happening. It's kind of a big deal. Now, I want to move to something else here because you're like based on last month, your eBay sales were eBay is a huge and massive part of your business.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
so I want to talk about that because a lot of yeah, last month it looks like it was like 28,000 euros on eBay. So
So you
so
did all right.
he did all right, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
um a lot of people, they take a crap on eBay, right? But you're in the UK, where the I think the fees are even higher where you're at.
I believe it's 8%.
Okay, so maybe it's lower.
Yeah,
Maybe.
It's comparable. Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
similar.
yeah, because of the currency exchange. Okay. It's about
yeah,
about the same then. Okay. So I get a lot of people all the time that are just like, bro, eBay takes so much in fees, eBay this, eBay that. But dude, eBay is a pretty massive part of your business. Like I don't think you'd be able to sell half of the stuff that you bought, and probably not even like 70% actually, if you didn't have access to it, right?
yeah. So I just checked my last month's eBay sales. So that was £33,000, which is
Oh, I was wrong.
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot because obviously I haven't updated Flip Tracker as of like properly, which I will do in the next day or two. But yeah, so that's 33K. Look, people complain about fees and stuff, but you just need to know how to buy it, man, and what price to buy it at. But profit is made when you buy it. If you're not buying it at the right price and then you're complaining about eBay fees and stuff, then I guess that's a skill issue. You're not able
It
to.
is. It
I love
is. It's not eBay's fault,
Yeah,
right? It's not the sales god's faults or whatever. It's yeah. And it's preventable because
Chapter 5, boys. The
there
the
it
money is
is.
made when you buy,
for sure.
always.
Chris and I have heard this many times over the last 4 years of working together, which feels weird saying that because that
Crazy.
feels like it's been shorter than that amount of time. But it's interesting because if people don't like the fact that, oh, well, this item sells better if you do free shipping, or this item sells better like if you do this or that, it's like, okay, well, have you thought to even program that into the price, right? Which again comes back to a skill related method of approaching certain items, right? Like when I buy Switch games, I know that, Nintendo Switch stuff is going to sell pretty quick, especially the games. I also know they're going to sell even faster if I offer free shipping on them, and I usually don't encourage people to offer free shipping on stuff that's under $50. Except I know those things are going to move so stupid fast, within 24 hours if I just do free shipping and I calculate that into my price, when I'm buying those. And the fact that you're not in an ecosystem associated with the US and you've had that much success on eBay, I think is a really, really great like litmus test for how this method has it's like a chameleon, right? It can adjust to other environments, right? And blend in and make itself effective despite the fact that you might be in a completely different geographic location.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like all of my eBay listings all have free shipping because I done a split test between having listings with free shipping and having listings with charged shippings. So it's
Yeah.
like I
Hmm.
tried the one with if I charge extra shipping on top, but I still get charged fees on top of that. So I was like, it would make sense if I wasn't getting charged by eBay for charging for shipping, but because I do, so I did a calculation. I thought, you know what, I'm still getting charged the same amount of fees if I did free shipping or no free shipping. But in the
Hmm.
customer's eyes, what looks better? Free shipping, right? So it's like I just put it through as free shipping.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, we're culturally conditioned to think, free shipping. I think Amazon has pretty much settled that for everybody. Um,
Yeah.
play the game. Just play the game, and you're playing the game, and that it works.
Yeah, exactly. So when I'm appraising and buying stuff, I always factor in the fees and the shipping straight away, like happens.
Hmm.
But to
Yeah.
those that will be listening saying, oh, but eBay fees, this, that, it's like, don't get me wrong, I make offers to certain customers and I don't close them. I'm
Oh
only going to
yeah.
buy what's comfortable, what's going to sell. If I offer a
Yeah.
price to a customer and they're not accepting, if I can move up, I will move up. But if I can't and I'm literally against the reins, then I'll be like, listen,
Yeah.
this is for me. If anything does change, reach out to me.
Yeah. But that's good because you know your principles and your boundaries. Me and a customer, I didn't close an Oculus Quest 2 somebody wanted me to buy last week over $10.
Yeah.
Um, they couldn't get to my number, and you know what? It didn't matter because we all know that there's another item around the corner that I can go buy and spend that money on. And yeah, I'm with you, brother. It makes sense.
Well, I think
Exactly.
whenever you have a system that generates basically after it's been running for like the recelerator flywheel, basically, where it generates basically unlimited opportunities via inbound or outbound, right? Because the act of creating more categories allows you to do more, either on marketplace or just in ads. You can run ads for MacBooks, you can run ads for gaming consoles, you can run ads for cameras. Doesn't really
Hmm.
matter, you know? Like, but whenever you
Hmm.
create this system where it's kind of an overwhelming amount of opportunity, um,
Yeah.
it's hard to not grow. And sometimes you grow too much too fast, right? Which we've
Yep.
seen with Recelerator people joining.
Yep.
All we
Yep.
see that pretty often now. Fire up an evergreen ad, man, and like they're off. They're like, what? Like what? Whoa, hold on. I got 40 minutes
Yeah.
in my first week. Hold on.
So
Uh,
it's a rocket ship.
yeah. So, um, and then people complain about me increasing the price. I'm like, well, it's going to go up again. It's like, look, man, you got
I'm
people
a
doing 20K a month in profit. Like,
Hey,
I'm a big I'm a big person on investing in yourself and courses, man.
yeah,
Like when Chris told me the price on there, I said I didn't think twice. I said I know I'll make that back in the first month, which I did.
you
December, I made
did.
that back
Yeah.
easy. So it's
yeah,
like if anybody out here is watching and they're on the fence of should I spend, I don't know, 5K, 10K on a course, man. Look, spend it, man. You will never lose money spending on yourself. You end up spending 5, 6K on bullshit anyway. Whereas if you spend 5, 6K or 10K on a course, that will make you back that money and then you can use that money to buy your bullshit in the future.
yeah. Where where can someone go and spend on any kind of, let's say they want to go to uni or, take a college course, where can you go and immediately find a return on your investment um, that lucrative and exponentially like, expounds your profits and lifestyle, freedom choice, time freedom, all those things in a matter of 90 days to 6 months. It's unheard of.
Unheard of.
It,
90 days to just make like you can make money. I was like, what? Most businesses take 6 months to a year to even see any sort of traction.
Yeah, and you
yeah,
came from like the drop shipping space originally. Like, and
Yeah.
you were making good money, right?
I didn't know that. I didn't know you would come from
I
that
think it
space.
I
Is that
think it was drop shipping, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly, right?
you know what it is that thing still eludes me because I'm using reselling to obviously get me back into that field again because I completely miss it. So like I've got myself to a position now where it's like building up my reselling business where it can now just generate profits and then reinvest that back into it because I want to increase and have more businesses in the future. So like
sure?
using the profits from reselling, which is more than ample, more than enough to
Yeah,
Yeah.
invest it into that. And knowing that while that takes time for it to get up on scratch, that I know
yeah,
money's still coming in from reselling. So it's like the beauty of reselling is like
yep,
it acts like a springboard or a platform to then if you wanted to move into something more scalable or something that you truly enjoy, it
yeah.
then gives you that opportunity to do so.
Not to
That's
mention
good,
the
man.
skills that you get from it too. Like,
Oh, look, yeah, because look, running a reselling business, you're learning marketing, sales, negotiation, all of
All
this
of
shit.
it.
And all of that will help you in another business should you want to, pursue that.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
yeah,
We have one client who he used everything he learned in Recelerator, started his own coaching company, helping people pass the SAT of all things. Um,
Crazy.
yeah, he messaged me a while back. He's like, dude, we just had our first 100K month, and he's using the same tactics, man, like same stuff, you know.
yep,
I was
yep.
like, heck yeah, man, let's freaking go. And I was like, how much did you keep? Because that's the real thing. That's another thing I'd love to talk about is you actually pointed out something that I had I messaged Matt about this, about how I'd been calculating my net profit wrong for the past 6 years. And I basically made the entire business harder for myself, which now I'm actually very thankful for. So funny enough, Jahid sent me his spreadsheet so that we could upload it to Flip Tracker because I'm doing that with everybody right now in Recelerator. And he messaged me, he's like, this isn't how net profit is calculated. And because the way that I did it forever was, revenue minus cost of goods sold minus ad spend and whatever expenses, and then, the accountant way, net profit afterwards. I was
Yeah,
adding inventory as well. So like I had to subtract inventory to get my net profit. Because I personally, this is I don't really care what the accountant definition says. I view inventory as a liability because it loses money over time, right? That's the way I view it. It's just a personal preference. I know the accountant way now says it's an asset. I don't. personally do that. So thank you, Jahid, for pointing that out. Obviously, I felt like an idiot afterwards, but I was like, wait a minute. I've been running the business on like hard mode for like 6 years then. And I went back and I looked at my numbers, bro, and I was like, bro, I did way better than I thought. Like I was
Oi,
murdering it.
oi.
Because all my positive 10K, 15K profit months were minus inventory. Like it was so thanks for pointing that out, by the way.
No,
Um,
it's fine because my major was in accounting, so I was like, Chris is telling me it's not, but I just thought, you know what, this
yeah,
might be because I thought the accounting standards in America might be completely different to the
yeah.
UK, and then you came back saying, "Hey, sorry, man, you were right." I was like, God damn, I was right.
Yeah, you
But
were right. And I'm glad you pointed it out because I looked at it and I was like, okay, so the accounting way shows like for taxes and stuff like that, right? But it doesn't actually give a good representation, in my opinion, of your bank account,
yeah,
right? And what's happening there. So I actually renamed what I had been doing and I named it operator profit instead,
yeah,
uh, which I feel like is a better, for me anyway, from my brain. I'm still subtracting inventory because
yeah.
I believe it's a liability. I do not believe it's an asset because it's depreciating. Um,
Funny
but
you say that
yeah, go ahead.
because when you've put it on there. I'm glad you've kept it on there because that gives me a constant reminder. Hey man, you've got £11,000 worth of inventory stock. What's happening? Are we recycling it quick enough? Are we getting it gone quick
Yeah.
enough? Which
Yeah,
is
because
why,
now you log in and you're just like, bro, I got a lot of money sitting here. Like, but sometimes when you're looking at your room and you see the inventory, it doesn't look like that.
no,
You
it
know?
doesn't. Yeah,
So like having the actual number there has always been a motivator for me. And that's just the way I always viewed it, which looking back, I'm glad I made it harder for myself. Because I did way better than I thought I did. Which is really funny because, 15K month actually turned into like I looked back and I was like, it was actually like a $21,000 month. Now
yeah.
this was like 3 years ago. Like I was like, oh, wow, okay, much different. Uh,
Yeah.
so because now I don't know if that screwed my taxes up or not, but but whatever. But
So
yeah,
it
dude.
is.
But dude, so you're gonna be hiring a VA. I assume you're gonna be aiming to automate the business. VA, obviously somebody to list your stuff soon. Partially automating, obviously. You can't ever really fully automate, especially if your brain is always thinking about it. But getting it to a point where it kind of runs itself without you, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Especially with the lead management, because there's a lot of times where because obviously me in the business currently, I've got all different hats on. So I am the
Yeah.
negotiator, the lead manager, the lister, the taking picture guy or whatever, whatnot, even going to my direct buyer and selling the
Yep.
the, the phones
Yeah.
and stuff, listing
Yeah.
on eBay. So it's like obviously I know you're not going to fully automate it.
Yeah.
You don't want to fully automate it because if you give it to somebody else, can they run the business the way you run your business? So it comes to a point where like if I can automate at least 20 30 40% of it, which then frees up my mental bandwidth to then focus on other things, which I'm trying
Yeah.
to focus on other businesses. But prior to doing all of that, I
Yeah.
mean, I've got some debts that I need to clear off that I've borrowed capital investment from. So but currently judging how reseller rate is working for me right now, it should be done in the next few weeks to a month or two. So
Awesome.
that would then allow me to then obviously do what I want to do, obviously grow in multiple places.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Like you can, so obviously before we shut down my local operation to scale Mercury, I would say I was about 80% fully automated. Victoria was handling everything. The VAs were handling everything. I wasn't meeting any customers. And a lot of people are going to be like, well, why'd you shut that down? Well, I listened to mentors, number one. Um, Hormozy's team was straight up like, you got to kill the local thing to scale the nationwide thing. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And I talked to all five of the coaches there, and they all said the exact same thing. Um, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put down my pride here and do what they say. And they were right, obviously. But yeah, dude, once you have somebody listing, shipping, and then answering your messages, I'm like 80% of the way there.
Yeah.
And it's solid. It's nice. All I was doing was looking at numbers. Like, Like I was just logging in and be like, ah, what's Flip Tracker doing? And actually that was my main job was actually building Flip Tracker at that point because I wasn't gonna sell it or do anything or add it to Recelerator. Um, Victoria was actually helping me build the whole thing. Like 'cause she was my employee. She was inputting everything. She had great ideas. Um, and yeah, but yeah, dude, once you get a lister and a shipper can be the same person, by the way.
Yeah,
She was. She was also the pickup person. So she was getting paid very well. Still is. But and then obviously a virtual assistant, they handle the leads. So,
yeah,
but thing is, one thing people need to realize is like, yes, that sounds good, but you need to be able to get to like 10K by yourself first. And the
yeah.
reason I say that is because typically most people don't have enough because once you hire, your margin shrinks quite a bit. You also got to have good margin and you got to have enough to pay people. So, and you got to pay people like a livable wage, obviously.
100%. And I'm ever so grateful with the skills picked up from reselling. It's like if I did anything else in the future, or God forbid anything happened to me in terms of financially, I know that I've got the skills there to like tomorrow I can literally turn back my Google My Business page and hit the ground running and pick up items and start selling them again, which is one skill I'm ever so grateful,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I really love about that, right, is Hormozy said this one time and it stuck with me and I reference him a lot because I listen to him a lot, right? So he said he was like, think about the one thing that you always fall back on whenever you like hit a hard financial time. And I was like, well, I always fall back on like the reselling naturally because like I can always do it.
Hmm.
And in the next sentence he goes, what if you made the thing you always fall back on your main thing and just grew that? Because if it's always there and it's always like your
Hmm.
your trusting side hustle or whatever that will guarantee money, you might as well just go all in on that.
Yeah.
So it's just
That's
kind of like I learned that lesson the hard way, naturally. I mean, but it is what he's right, you know?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
if it's always available and it always works, you might as well just do that.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, 100%. Like with me, I would like to keep those two businesses side by side and just do that. Just that
yeah.
takes up my whole time on it. And yeah, it just looks, I look so excited, like feeling so excited about the future and stuff. So I've just, yeah,
Yeah.
reselling, man, it's been good to me, man.
Love it, man. I love it. Well, we gotta get ready for the console call, but dude, is there anything you'd want to tell people who might just be getting started? I know obviously most of our people are in the US, but the fact I think having them see this happen or like see you being successful in a completely different country, um, might help them with some decisions they're trying to make.
Look, I think follow your heart, man. If your heart's telling you to do it, and I get it, maybe you don't want to part with your money and all these sort of things, but just take the jump. If you're feeling anxious or your heart's beating, that's when you know you need to do it. Just jump
Mhm.
and take it. Let's say if you spent 5, 6K or even 10K on a course, and I've spent a lot over the years on courses, man. Some I've not made money back on it, but I never let it jade me and say to myself, you know what, oh, I should give up or I should end it here. I just kept going, man, because money you can always make back, but
Hmm.
time you never get it back. So it's like if you're young, you've got enough energy to go out there and pursue your goals and whatever that may be, making money or whatever, whatnot. If you're seeing things like this and you know you should do it, then do it, man. Because you don't want to look back. For me, my biggest regret is when I'm 60, 70, or 80 years old, I'm sitting on my deathbed and think to myself, have I really lived life the way I really wanted to? Have I really squeezed everything I have had from
Hmm.
this life?
Yeah.
So my advice is if you want to jump into reselling or anything else, just jump in and do it, man. You're never gonna get it the first time round, but as long as you don't give up and you keep going, you have that great determination,
Yeah.
you become a success in it.
Love it. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on. For those of you that are listening and you're interested in obviously seeing what we got, how we might be able to help you, and you're doing anywhere between 3 to 10K a month in profit, we can easily help you scale that. That's kind of our sweet spot right now, and we've noticed getting people from that to well over 10K. has been a very easy process for us.
Yeah, some of
Um,
the guys in the group, man, they're killing it, man. 20K plus, 30K.
yeah,
That's the
man,
next
and
stage.
it's wild. It took off like a rocket ship for a lot of those guys. So, and they're kind of just at the point where they're just kind of holding on, right?
Yeah,
So,
true. Yeah, really, they are.
I got people messaging me and they're like, dude, I got like 40K in invoices. I'm ready. I'm waiting on to get paid, and like, dang.
The thing is, like, that same thing can happen and will happen to me. It's just I've been holding on to the ad budget spend or cash velocity and stuff because I know that if I
Yeah.
turn all that up, yeah, I'd be way past 15K in profit and 20K and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
So,
you need the support for
yeah,
like the VA, especially when you turn on your Facebook ad. Like, well, your ads are on. I think they're like $1 a day, but like when you really go at that, yeah, you're gonna need the help for sure, especially in the UK because there's nobody else doing this. So and the fact that you're slamming it on Google already, um,
Yep.
you're building repeats. Yeah, dude, we'll be doing this in another podcast like 20K, you know.
yeah, no, hopefully, definitely. And I know for sure,
3 months
definitely.
from now, Jahid's back.
It's like I know I can grow it to that, but you want to make sure you grow with it together rather than just turn everything
Yes.
back up and then you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Otherwise, it'll destroy you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
And you'll hate your life. Yeah. I've been there. When you're scaling the business and you're hating life at the same time, it's great. All right,
Nah,
man.
dude.
Well, appreciate you coming on. This has been another episode of the Smart Flip Podcast, guys. Appreciate you guys. Let us know what you guys liked in the comments below. Check out the description for more stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Take care, guys. Bye.